Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick.
Hey guys, it's Sherman and Corey. Today we want to talk about foam rolling. One of the things that has prolonged my fitness activity as a quasi-old man is a foam roller. And one of the things that's helped Corey as a elite level taekwondo athlete in his recovery is knowing when to foam roll. And foam rolling is, the best analogy I have for it is like a meat tenderizer. The meat tenderizer is like a mallet that has a lot of little spikes on it, and you use it to aerate and properly condition and soften really hard, really tough meat. Well, think of a foam roller doing the same thing for your muscles. A lot of people want to build muscle, but building muscle isn't the only part. You've got to also condition it and take care of it before, during, and after the building process. So we're going to run through a quick foam rolling sequence that we do a lot of. We'll start with the posterior chain. So Corey will get down. He'll start with his upper back, and we recommend 10 to 15 rolls per segment of your body. So you go from middle spine up until shoulder blades. Now, the important thing to remember is that at no point do you ever want to apply direct pressure to your spine. So you're not trying to foam roll your spine. You're trying to foam roll your lats, and even up until the connecting point for your traps, which is the muscle that's the back of your neck. From middle back, we transition down to lower back. Now this in and of itself is a workout because you have to maintain core strength, you have to maintain core integrity to keep your body off the ground, and you're going to roll again, like I said, between 10 and 15, sometimes 20 rolls per segment of your body. After lower spine, we go right to the glutes. You can do now, depending on training, if we've had practice and I've really pushed these guys hard, sometimes they might go home and roll individually each glute, but you can roll them together. That's just a matter of whether you sit flat on the foam roller or you sit with one leg on the foam roller. You can bring your ankle over the top to further activate that that gluteus muscle and really get in there 10 to 20 times per. We're kind of rushing through this just so you can get an idea. And again, transitioning down the posterior chain, same way to the hamstrings. You can do both legs together. You can lift one or stack one on top of the other, which of course adds more weight, which puts more pressure on the muscle, which increases the amount of interaction and the depth of the interaction of the foam roller. After hamstrings, we go down to calves. You want to be careful around your knees that you don't foam roll the tendons and the ligaments behind your knees because we don't want to irritate those. So we really want to foam roll muscles. Now, Corey's calves are pretty strong and it's a very dense muscle. So in most cases, you would stack your feet on top of each other. Big shout out to Tim Thackeray and Tony Graff and Jason Hahn. Tony turned me on to foam rolling probably about 8 or 9 years ago. And he used to do it with a lacrosse ball. But he was like, Coach, if you really want to get in there and break that muscle up and get it all the aeration it needs, you really got to start using these foam rolls. So after our posterior chain, we kind of flip over, and I start with my chest, which I'm going to just tell you now does not feel great because you have to roll back and forth, and it feels like really, really big people are punching you in the chest over and over again. So it's a difficult roll, but depending on how tight your chest is, after the kind of exercise you've done, it might be necessary. We don't typically roll our abs, but we do get down to our quads. And it's important that you get that quad. And again, you want to start right above your knee and come right up to your hip flexor. Again, it's a single. You have a choice between single or double, doing both legs at the same time or single. I typically do single. I know Corey does single because your legs have a different degree of tightness. So you want to roll each one appropriately for the level of tightness. And then we roll down to the tibialis anterior. That's the muscle on the front of your shin. So you want to roll that. A lot of people neglect this, not understanding that any part of your body that you neglect, that neglect will come back to haunt you sooner or later. So we want to make sure that we get that. Now, while you're rolling, especially when you're doing these large surface area muscles, sometimes you're going to have to roll back and forth to get all the different facets of the muscle. All right, you start again right below the kneecap, and we roll down to right above the instep. Now, we get to the least favorite part to roll, and that is the IT band. This is the iliotibial band. It runs from your hip all the way down here, and laying on this feels like a pack of wolverines has attacked your leg and they're biting you viciously. I don't know anybody that this doesn't hurt, but I also don't know anybody that this doesn't help. So if you're going to foam roll, you gotta roll your IT bands as well, just to make sure that we've covered all the area of your leg. Now, you can foam roll smaller parts of your body like your triceps. Depends on your dexterity, your coordination, core strength, but you can lay your arm on it, and you have to maintain the integrity of your body while you're rolling back and forth. So again, foam rolling is an essential part of our recovery. It's a necessary evil. Doesn't always feel great while you're doing it, but after you've done it, your body will appreciate it. All right, so we want to make sure that you know how to take care of your body pre-workout, take care of your body during the workout, take care of your body after the workout. Sherman and Corey, Boot Camp with Sherman. We out.